Welcome back, everyone. Hope you're having a blessed day. We're back in the book of First Peter today. We're in chapter 2. I'm going to make it a two-part version because there's something that kind of stuck out to me or convicted me in a sense. So in First Peter 2, verse 11, it says, "Abstain from sinful desires which wage war against your soul." I think I got convicted a little bit where pretty much I was thinking about what sinful desire do I have that wages war against my soul. And I think a lot of us, male and female, can agree that this sinful desire is lust. And so I kind of went on a whole deep dive as to why lust and being sexually immoral is so bad for us, for our soul, for everything, like biblically. So right off the bat, it's unhealthy for your soul because when you're doing so, you're now going against God's design for intimacy. Sex was meant to be a sacred gift between husband and wife, not to have it prematurely, right? Not to be sexually immoral. It's something that's supposed to be shared, and we're supposed to be pure until you get married. So it kind of goes through 7 points as to why it's so bad for you. So the first point is that sexual sin directly affects your body, which is the temple for the Holy Spirit, which then creates distance from God, leading to separation. It talks about that in Isaiah 59:2. And then the second point would be that it creates soul ties, which I'm sure a lot of you know about this, but it just has so much emotional baggage, which it could lead to attachment to the wrong person. And soul ties aren't so easy to break. If any of you had them before, it can be a little rough. That's why breakups after sexual relationships with somebody, when you have that soul tie, that's why it's such a harder bond to break, because it wasn't meant to be temporary. Like, sex is a very sacred thing. That's not meant to be temporary. This isn't meant to be for just with anyone, you know what I mean? The third part is that it leads to destructive patterns. Lust is never satisfied. Talks about that in Proverbs 27:20. Living according to the flesh will reap corruption. Talks about that again in Galatians 6:8. So lust is never satisfied. When you have sex, it's going to feel good in the moment. You're feeding your flesh, but then afterwards, it's done and over with until you just do it again. So it's never going to be satisfied. It's not like something that you can just do it once and you're good. It's something that's always, your flesh is always going to be craving it. So you should really wait to do it with that special person.